Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and of course it's the end of the month, so I thought I would do my September faves and flops. And this is not only makeup, but it's also lifestyle items as well, things I think that you might find kind of interesting. I'm in a group for people who have had stomach staple surgery and obesity issues in the past and have had either a sleeve or an RNY, or they're having, you know, some kind of thing for weight loss in surgery. Anyway, the newsletter comes to me every week, and they talked recently about these PATCHMD vitamin patches. And what's kind of neat about these is you take a little patch like this and you just stick it on your arm, and it will slowly administer over 8 hours the vitamins so that your body absorbs them through this way slowly. And so it doesn't just like with if you take a vitamin or something, you crunch it down or you swallow it down with some water and it kind of hits your system all at once. Some of them are slower acting than others, but this actually will administer in a slow dose, and it's really good for people who have had surgeries or things where they can't swallow pills. So I like the idea of this because you will just absorb all during the day. It's kind of a time release thing, and I love this. Now it comes in a multivitamin. It also comes in a variety of other types of supplements. I think this is wonderful, and the cost is really just about the same as buying a bottle of vitamins, so I think it's a wonderful idea. I've linked below the main line for the PATCHMD patches, and they don't know who I am. They didn't send this to me. I paid for this with my own cash money. This is a multivitamin one, and I just think it's great. You get 30 patches, and that lasts you a month. And it's anywhere, it's around $14. It's really not bad at all. So it's 50 cents a day, basically, for your vitamins. And I think that's great. So you just remove it after 8 hours. So it just peels off after 8 hours. But what a wonderful thing this is. PATCHMD. A new way to take vitamins. Recently, I was taking some teas that have elderberry extract in them, and I think I really like that, especially as we get into autumn time and the change of the fall foliage, the cooler air. Nothing like a nice cup of tea, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch my Spillin' the Tea, all about tea video, because I go over the different types of tea and chai and matcha and everything else and explain what it is and best way to create a good cup of tea or a good pot of tea. So speaking of Kingdom Wellness, this is their Peach Passion Fusion with the Manglier leaves in it, which is a medicinal plant. It's a wonderful tea. This is absolutely one of the tastiest teas I've ever had. I think this would be good iced or hot. I'm just going to pour out some so you can see all the good things that are in there. There's pieces of peaches in there. There's the Manglier leaves. There's other types of plants and fruits and vegetables and things in there. But I mean, you just steep a teaspoon of this into 6 to 8 ounces of water, and I'm telling you, for like 3 to 5 minutes, it smells like a fresh peach that you're biting into. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, she had sent me a sample packet. This is 1 ounce. The 2 ounce packet is twice this size, and I think that's the one that they have on the website. But these are hand packed the second you order them. So it takes about a week because they're not pulling these things off a shelf and just shipping them on Amazon. These people are hand blending these things per order. So it's a real gourmet tea. It's well worth paying a couple of extra dollars for fresh ingredients. The peach, again, peach passion Monglier. It's an old Louisiana tradition. If you're from there, you know what I'm talking about, the medicinal plant. It's similar to tea leaves, but it is a different kind of plant. And it's grown in Louisiana, and it's been used Native American medicinal stuff and Creole and Cajun medicine. So this is a wonderful thing. So I highly recommend this one in particular because there is no bitterness, and usually a medicinal tea is quite bitter. This is really good if you have a cold or a flu, or you want to strengthen your immune system. Speaking of drinks, I talked about Squirrel peanut butter whiskey last month because I thought it was a cute name. It was a cute label picture of a squirrel jumping over a barrel of whiskey. Well, I didn't realize this, but the peanut butter whiskeys, there's like 5 or 6 different brands of peanut butter whiskey. And they all taste different. I was like, wow, this doesn't taste anything like the squirrel one. I didn't actually like it because it had almost a coconut finish. It wasn't like a real good peanut butter whiskey. And I'm thinking that this sheepdog one, and it's not expensive, it's like 20 bucks for a bottle. And hopefully you're only drinking 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of it when you're having it on a Friday night after a long week of job hunting. This is like your celebratory drink. This is good on the rocks, or I put mine in a snifter. Absolutely wonderful. Sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. Once you taste it, you'll realize why I'm so excited about it. It's really, really good. And if you see it somewhere, pick it up. They also sell little nippers of it if you want to try it. And not to turn you all into alcoholics, although it's awfully tempting right now, isn't it? To drink. They're saying people over 40 are drinking more than they ever have. Okay, well, these are my boxed wine favorites right now. This is the BOTABOX. These are the Bota Minis. There's 3 glasses of wine in each one of these boxes. They run around, I don't know, $3.99, so $4 for 3 glasses of wine. Now the dry rosé, really, really nice, clean, light. It's not real syrupy like some of the rosés can be. And they have the larger boxes of this too. Vintage, Monday, Tuesday. It's not your complex French wine. But I mean, in a pinch, these are great. I have these once in a while also on a Friday evening after a long week of job hunting. And this one is the Pinot Grigio. This is actually an award-winning Pinot Grigio. Go figure, huh? And it's in a box. So if you happen to see these in the package store or the liquor store, whatever you call it, try the small ones first and you'll see these 2 in particular are quite nice. The Red Volution is not bad for the red wine, but I think these are my 2 favorites right now. Hair color. You know, we're doing our own hair color at home now. A lot of us, we haven't gotten that appointment yet. So I recently used this one. This is the Total Color from Revlon. This is a little different than the Colorsilk. And this one costs more than this one, but I can tell you that this did not cover the grays very well. I was very disappointed. So even though this one is more, it's vegan and clean hair color, but it doesn't work. So unfortunately it did not cover the grays. It made a nice color on my hair, but it didn't cover the grays around the edge of my face, and so that's where I kind of really need the help. That's why I color my hair in the first place. So I still recommend this one. This is the Colorsilk, Revlon Colorsilk, and this is one of the best hair colors I've ever used in the drugstore. Go figure, and it's the cheap one in the drugstore. I like it better than any of the Olays or anything like that. one more food. I've been eating these a lot. These are little variety packs, and they are from Sargento Cheese Company. This one is a mixture of almonds with cranberries and some cheddar cheese. And this is a great little snack for the afternoon if you're just kind of craving something, you want to eat something outside of a piece of fruit or something. This is really good. It kind of curbs that craving to eat a piece of cake. But I tell you, if the piece of cake's there, yeah. I was pretty excited about these. When I saw them on Facebook at first, it really piqued my curiosity. These are those adhesive bra replacements. This is an option to wearing a banded bra with shoulder straps. This is something very new. And I don't know if you can see the lady here, how she's wearing it. But I want to show you, I got the large, extra large, because they mentioned that if you were a D cup, that you should go with the large or extra large size. Now the premise of these puppies, no pun intended, literally, is you lift up your breast, you stick this on, and then you pull them up and you adhere it to your chest. So I'll just demonstrate here with my arm. Now, if you notice, it's very, it comes with plastic sheets on either side of it, and I highly recommend you keep them. So one side of it's very, very sticky, very gluey, like a mousetrap kind of gluey feel to it. And it's got a section here that's just cloth, that's where you stick the nip. Okay, so you basically put this on, make sure the nip's in there, pull it up, and then pull this up, and it adheres. It holds the puppies up. It holds them. And I was so excited. You know, when I first saw this, I thought, well, you know, my cup size is in one of the upper echelons of the letters. You know, if you're an A cup, a B cup, and maybe even a C cup, this is going to work really nicely for you. But I'm in the D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P group. And if you're in anything larger than a C cup, this is not going to work for you. What happened was I put it on, and I put them on. I put one on each, there's another one here. I put one on each side. I was all excited. I thought, oh my gosh, this holds them, and I'm moving around and everything. Nothing's moving. It doesn't shake around, you know, like you're not wearing anything. It really holds them, and I thought, oh my God, this is just an amazing product. Then I noticed that I had a blouse on. I could see these things sticking up, because if you put them up high enough, they're gonna show if you're wearing a low-cut blouse. And they show them on these people wearing these low-cut dresses, and they're not showing this part, but this part, they look like two fingers sticking up out of your blouse. After about 10 minutes, I felt a slide, and these just, they couldn't hold them up. They couldn't hold them anymore. And they just dropped, and they buckled down at the bottom and made this very awkward looking wrinkle in my shirt. So I have to say that if you are an A cup or a B cup, or if you've had surgery, maybe a mastectomy, something like that, these are wonderful, because you don't get underwire, you don't get the band, you don't get the stuff in the back, you know, where the muffin back thing going. You don't have the shoulder straps to worry about. You can wear a variety of different types of you know, strapless gowns and things. I thought this was going to be an amazing product, and just unfortunately it doesn't work for anybody who's a D cup or higher. So this was called the CUGEFOU. You'll see it on Facebook under a different name, but I think they're making them all in the same place. When you store them, you have to store them with the little plastic sheets they come with, or else they will stick to anything. They stick to anything. It won't, and if you try to pull it off, it's like, oh my God. When you pull them off yourself, it's like pulling off a very secure Band-Aid. I mean, it's like, oh! And that's why they have the little nip mark there, so you don't like rip that part off. But I'm telling you, this is a lot of fun. I think these were a great idea. I just wish they made either larger ones or stronger ones for those of us who are outside of the A cup and B cup range. So again, if you've had a mastectomy or if you've got a C cup or lower in cup size, you may want to consider these. These were not expensive. I got 3 pairs for like 15 bucks, which I think is a really good deal. It's a black pair and 2 light color white girl nudes. So I think you can get other colors in them as well. I just happen to get these. So the, I don't even know what they're calling them. CUGEFOU, Invisible Lifting Bra, it's called. The Invisible Lifting Bra. Yeah. Okay. And this was the size XL. I would recommend that if you are a C cup. I know it says higher than that, but I would recommend if you're a C cup, get the XL size. Yeah, it's a weird show today. Oh, while we're in embarrassing subjects, this is the Hello Charcoal Infused Deodorant. I know I've been using Lumi. I would recommend the new Lumi. I think it's Tangerine, the cream version, and that's for your feet or for your nether regions. That's a cream version. For stick underarms, I like this. This is the Hello, and this is the Charcoal Infused. No, it's not black, and it won't make your underarms look gray. It's a really nice product. Aluminum chlorhydrate, which is an ingredient in a lot of store-bought deodorants, is not really very good for you, so I do recommend this one. Hello is a nice brand. They do a lot of green and healthy kind of products. They also have toothpaste and things like that that are pretty good. For toothpaste, I bought now, this is my 3rd tube of this. I love this. This is the Dr. Bronner's Peppermint all-in-one toothpaste. It doesn't whiten your teeth to a white shade, but it cleans them nicely, and it's a very strong peppermint flavor, so you get that real minty freshness. I think it's an excellent toothpaste. They sell it at Walmart, they sell it on Amazon, they sell it in most drugstores. It does cost maybe $1 or $2 more than regular toothpaste, but it's well worth it, and it's a clean product. It's green and clean. YouTube. They're one of my fails this month. If you hadn't noticed, you're not getting any emails right now telling you that somebody's uploaded a video. And they stopped the notifications as of August 13th, I think. So a lot of you are like, how come I'm not getting any notifications from YouTube? And you think it's something you might have done to the settings in your own computer. It is not. YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, again, screwing things up for the small channels, do not any longer send you notifications. But if you go to your YouTube account, there is a section called subscriptions, and when you click on it, you will see all of the newest uploads from all of your subscriptions. I'm still finding that pretty annoying, and I'm missing a lot. I'm missing so much, and I just don't understand why they did that. Oh my God. Another fail, THREDUP. They really angered me because they kind of cut off, you know, where you could donate stuff. They're not sending out the bags right now for you to put your stuff in. But what happened with their prices? Oh my God, I was like, what? These things, you know, they used to have blouses and skirts and, you know, dresses for under $10, you know, and now everything is really expensive. I'm like, this is not the same THREDUP I fell in love with and know and love. And a lot of times they'll send you an ad saying, click here and you'll get 20% off by using this code. Well, they click you on to another section of, there's different sections of that website and they'll have the same item for a different price. I just feel like they've gone all crooked on me, you know? I just don't understand what's going on with them, and I'm really angry. And I still buy things from them, I still buy clothes from them, but I'm just buying things on sale, and I've got credit points. When you buy stuff, you gain credit points, and I'm using my credit points and I'm using the sale prices. But I'm really disappointed in how they're pricing things right now. And THREDUP, you better get your stuff together. I'm really, really angry. Okay. Masks. I am collecting masks. I'm really loving like all the different things that you can do. There's plain ones that are homemade. There are double layer ones that you can get different colors. You can buy them in all different ways. This is Sephora's mask. Sephora has a mask. Isn't that cute? And then, you know, you can get some fancy ones off of Amazon. So I need to tell you, there's something about masks you really need to know, and this is cute too. One thing I did learn is that single layer masks aren't really all that effective. Single layer mask, like if you put this over your head and you use it like a scarf and you pull it up and then you can pull it down when you're, you know, talking, and pull it back up again when you go in the store. It's only a single layer, and they're saying that single layer masks aren't really holding out enough of the stuff, and it's not keeping, like if you cough inside this or sneeze inside this, it's not holding in enough. So it's not a good idea to get a single layer mask. Also, if you like I thought this was adorable. This is a child's mask, and I just thought I would put this on. If you buy a child's mask, you're going to have a problem because they are designed for tiny faces. They won't cover your area that easily. If you do find one that covers you, you have to extend out the elastic or get a cap that has the elastic buttons on it. Again, make sure there's at least 2 layers. Some of these have 3 layers, which is the best you can get. These things are not as effective. This is a very porous cotton. I have these in the back of my car for an emergency if I forgot my mask, which has been happening a lot. This is from Amazon. It's kind of my glam mask. You know, you get the little sparklies going on there. And then we have, this is probably one of the best masks that you can get. And this is, these are the boomers, the boomer masks. Now these are 3 layers, but they are very breathable. And I think these are perfect for, they cost a little bit more, but they are perfect for people who wear glasses. They're kind of designed for people who wear glasses, and I think that's why they call them boomers. I don't know, but these are 3-layer masks. They are designer masks, and they have adjustable ear straps, so if you've got a particularly wide head, you can adjust them here. There is a little bit of a nose clip there, but when you have it on, you can breathe easily, but yet it is keeping it from sending the smoke up to your glasses, so you can wear your glasses effectively. It's very protective for you as far as keeping out bad things coming into you, and also if you sneeze or cough inside this, it traps what it is in between the layers, and you won't infect somebody else easily, because some people, I've seen some people go like this and then put their mask back on. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So these are the boomer face masks. Totally recommend, totally comfortable. These masks are, they drive me nuts. These masks are they're kind of the most common cheapy disposable masks, and I think they're disposable for a reason. I wash my masks. I wash all my masks because, you know, a mask is the underwear for your face. It's the underwear for your face, and I actually take a couple a day, and if I've gone the first half of the morning out with a mask on, I will change it out for a new one for the afternoon. And when I get home, I wash them right away. And I'll show you real quick here how I wash my masks. Now I found that these don't wash very well. They actually get kind of hairy or rough, and they tickle my nose. I put them on, they tickle me. There's like these little fibers or something that just drive me crazy. I'm scratching my nose all day long. So these, I don't like these at all. The dark blue is supposed to be on the outside, the white on the inside. I mean, these are good in a pinch, but I really think if you can get something like this, you have more of a chance of not fogging up your glasses and working easier and living easier. And they come in really cute different colors and things. So I'm just loving this leopard one. Oh, isn't this just adorable? Yeah. Speaking of, this is a spray that Physicians Formula has put out. And this is their disinfectant spray. It's done in their rose formula, so you can smell roses mixed in with the alcohol hand spray. And I think that's a really nice thing, except this little thing was $2.99. And I can get a big old bottle of regular hand sanitizing spray for the same price. That's 3 times this size. So Physicians Formula, nice try, but give us a little bit more product for the money. I think this is really not, I don't know how long this is going to last me, but you know, that's a tiny little amount. 0.08 ounces, so it's not even an ounce of product. Really? For $2.99? Okay. This is the OLAY Hungarian Water Essence. This is a nice water cleanser from OLAY. I found it in a Ocean State job lot or somewhere, but I'm really liking it. I put some of this on a cotton ball, go over my face, rinse my face, and it's pretty well cleaned. I think it does a great job. I was surprised at this. It was only like, I think $2.99 or $3.99. It's a really, and there's a lot in here. So it's a really nice cleaning alternative, especially with winter coming up, dry skin, that sort of thing. Also for cleansers, this is the e.l.f. Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser. And this works really well as well. It's very thick. You don't need quite as much as you think you do with it. It gets kind of slimy. It's kind of like rubbing petroleum jelly all over your face, but it does rinse off very nicely, and it takes all the dirt and makeup off with it. So I do think this is good. For primers, I have been using the number 7, and this is the Airbrush Away. It is a tinted primer, so it has a little bit of a tint to it, but it's so sheer it does not cover like a foundation would. It gives you a little bit of color. And what I've been doing with this, if I'm not going to be taking off my mask for a long period of time, I will use this on the lower half of my face just to have something there. And then I make up to the hilt, all like from here up. My eye makeup I pay extra attention to, and my makeup on my forehead and all around the edge of around my eyes. And I use this in the lower part. I do wear lipstick, I'll go over that later, but this is really nice. This is number 7, Airbrush Away, but it's not strong enough to be a foundation on its own, unfortunately. Since I am showing my eyes more, because if you're wearing a mask, people are looking at your eyes a lot more and a lot more closely, I use this Radiant concealer from Yves Saint Laurent, or YSL. Show you this. Let's see it. It's radiant. It adds, let me see, oh wow, woo! It's there now. It really brightens underneath your eyes without creasing. Let me just put that, now that I've done that, I gotta go into here. All right. Okay. Happy autumn, by the way. October, my favorite month. Really wonderful. I love where I'm going to Vermont this coming weekend, you know, just for fun. So this is the Radiant Concealer from Yves Saint Laurent. It is a really good one for not showing the lines underneath your eyes, even if you're wearing glasses. So this is a really good one, and I don't talk about it too much, but I do wear it. Now, I did talk earlier about this new NARS foundation, and I think it's one of the best foundations I have ever used for covering pores in your skin. It is wonderful, and it lasts all day. It actually is an amazing foundation. And, you know, I've been using it on and off for, I don't know, the whole month, really. And I'm only concerned with when I hadn't really exfoliated and really moisturized my skin one day. I was tired or something and rushing, and I put this on. I noticed the dryness was showing in between my eyebrows. I have a little dry patch here and a dry around the nose. It did cling to those dry patches. So you do have to exfoliate and moisturize really well before you put this on. But if you have large pores, this is the greatest foundation I've ever seen. Now I'm going to exchange this for a different color because I can't live with this color. It was recommended to me. This is Light 5 Fiji. It is just way too yellow. I just can't. And it's a cute little tube, so you can squeeze everything out. Let me show you how yellow this is. Hello. Yellow. It's yellow. And this, I think, is the neutral or the cool tone. So, EGATs, yeah. So, EGATs. So, I'm going to go with probably a slightly darker shade and a slightly more pink tone shade, because this yellow just did not do it for me. If you get a shade that's too yellow on you, you can actually look kind of jaundiced and ill. And even though I was using bronzers and powders and everything over the top to help it out, I don't think I should have to do that to a foundation. I was trying to make it work, but I'm not going to now. And I still am enjoying my Pat McGrath foundation as well. I'm alternating with these different foundations throughout the month because, yeah, I do wear makeup every day. I don't leave the house without makeup, and I always get up every morning. I take a shower, I do all the moisturizing, I do all the skincare, I do makeup, I make my hair up, I dress up. By 9 o'clock, I am ready for work, whether I'm working or not. So this is the Pat McGrath Labs. This is also a slightly dark shade. This is the Light Medium 7. And it's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. I'm wearing it right now. You can see that it's just beautiful. Great coverage. Is a great finish to it. Even though it's supposedly sort of semi-matte, it looks very natural. It's a very natural shade, and that's what I'm wearing right now. So I do like this very much. They are selling the smaller size, so you can try it, of the Hourglass Veil Mineral Powder. This is a great setting powder, especially for under the eyes. It's one of those powders, when you pour it, it makes smoke. It's so finely milled, absolutely beautiful. This is a must for under the eyes. It's just wonderful. If you want to set your powder so it doesn't move and you don't want to see the powder, this is your star player right here. I think this is one of the finest powders ever made. Hourglass Veil Mineral. Going into blushes, I did try the new Selena Gomez line, the Rare Beauty line, and I got this as a free sample, and I'm really pleased with it. It's a cream liquid blush, This color is called Grace, and I'm just going to show you here. It's such a pretty blush. It's just absolutely gorgeous on, and I do like this. I think this is my favorite of the stuff I've tried from her line. I'll review the lipstick shortly, but I think this is just a wonderful thing. If you can get a sample of this as your perk, if you order from Sephora, go for it. They do carry Selena Gomez's line in Sephora right now. And how many of you are holding out for Mario's line coming out? Supposed to come out, what, today? Supposed to come out? I'm very excited to see Mario's stuff. This is a terrible time for people to release makeup lines, new makeup lines. I just feel so sorry. I really do, because it's just an industry that people are kind of shifting away from. I'm including myself. When Ulta sends me an ad, I hardly even look at it anymore. I'm like, unless it's 20% off coupon or something, and even then I'm not going. I'm not buying stuff, not till I'm working again. Honest Beauty, you can find this in Target and a few other places. This is a marvelous cream blush, and this is called Peony Pink. Really, really pretty blush. Has a slight peachy kind of look. It's a very peachy, healthy look for your skin, and there is a mirror in there as well. I really like this. Now, I find the Honest Beauty line is a little expensive, especially for Target. I was like, really? I'm going to spend, you know, I think it was more expensive than I think any other blush was in Target. So you're going to have to pay a little bit more for it, but it is a very nice, long-lasting cream blush, and it's a very pretty color, Peony Pink. I did try this because I hadn't tried it in a while, and I'm wearing this color right now on my cheek. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. It seems kind of difficult to blend. So this is the e.l.f. Blush Palette. I don't know. I can't recommend it because I had too much trouble trying to blend it. Now this one I didn't have any trouble blending, and I like it. I talked about it last month. This is the Sunset Striptease Bronzer from Wet n Wild. Go Wet n Wild. Look at you. Okay, this is a really nice glow. It's a light glow so that you don't look like you're sticking bronzer or fake tan on your face. It's just a nice light glow around the edges to darken a little bit around the edges. This is just a beautiful blush. I think it's like $3.99 or something. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Absolutely. And you know, I buy expensive brands. I'm not a cheapskate here. But I like a bargain, and if I see something that works really well from the drugstore, I'm not sticking my nose up. You people sticking your nose up at stuff that's from the drugstore, you're missing out. You're missing out. Okay, eye palettes. This one from MILANI is the Most Wanted palette. I don't know if they still even do this. This is a really nice basic neutral palette, which if you're looking for these kinds of colors for autumn especially, this is really beautiful, the browns and everything. Very, very nice colors. No mirror to this, but it is the MILANI quality of some of their nicer eye palettes that they keep discontinuing. I did not like this one. This is the Mad for Matte. This is the Summer Breeze edition, and I thought it was perfect for summer into fall, but I'm not liking the colors. They're patchy, they don't blend well, they don't last very long. A couple of them are very good, but a couple of them are not. It's not worth it. So I was disappointed in this. e.l.f. did not put the same formulation in this that they did in the quads. No way. If I want some colors, I do go back to this, and I keep going back to this. This is a rainbow palette that I bought last year. They released it when they had the gay thing going on for the rainbow, you know, rainbow releases. I still use it every now and then. If I want a particular green or yellow or a color or an orange or a pink, I will go to this and just use it as an accent color. So this is a great accent palette, and they still sell it. New from Wet n Wild, and I did talk about this earlier in the month, but I'll talk about it again. This is the coffee scented, God, they finally figured it out that this is a scent that I like. Coffee, but it's more coffee beans, not so much coffee, but coffee beans. This is the Coffee Cat Wet n Wild palette. It's a perfect for autumn palette. There are shimmers and mattes in here. Really, really cute. I'll put it like this, try to get so you can see the colors. Oh, if I can get any closer, there we go. This works great as an all-around neutral palette. This is a really nice dark shade. This one is kind of an interesting orange. I'll just put it right here in the center. There you go. Right here in the center, color bar. Woo! What do you think of that, huh? Yeah, you can do some fancy things with this, and it's a cheap, inexpensive. I think it's $9.99 from Wet n Wild, and it smells like coffee beans. God bless them. God bless them. All right, mascara. ALMAY One Coat Thickening Mascara. This is the older packaging, and I got it in Dollar Tree because it's the older packaging. They have now turned, I think it's all purple metallic looking now, but this is the One Coat Thickening Mascara. I used to wear this back in the 90s when it first came out. I forgot how much I love this mascara. It makes your eyelashes long and lengthy and absolutely wonderful. For a drugstore mascara, it's doctor created. Anything from ALMAY is like a doctor, a dermatologist has created these. So wonderful, absolutely wonderful. ALMAY One Coat Thickening. Let's go into the lipsticks. For under the mask, this is your puppy right here. This is Tempting Toffee. Is it Tempting Toffee or Timeless Toffee? I can never read the name, but I can read the number, and the number is 150, and I think it's called Twisted Toffee. On one side you have a lip balm, and on the other side you have a lip color that you paint on your lips. Now, you hold your mouth as wide as possible. And hold it there for about a minute and a half while it dries. You gotta hold it. I'm not gonna say what I call it because some of you got mad at me. I called it a party, a political party smile, and people didn't like that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep the politics out. It's so hard. It really is hard to keep the politics out. All right, I'm just holding it till it dries. And when it dries, it's on there for the day. You can put this lip balm on here and it softens it up a little bit. But this makes such a pretty color. This has been my favorite for years. And I've talked about it. I think it made my lipstick of the year probably in 2015, somewhere around there, 2016. I've been doing these videos since 2013, by the way. February of 2013, I started making these. This is wonderful. The 24-hour SuperStay Maybelline lip color, and this is the number 150 Timeless Toffee. This with a mask on. Let me see if I can demonstrate it on something here. No lip print. No lip print. So it's a wonderful one to have underneath your mask. If you're going to be taking off your mask at an event or something, you have dinner with somebody or something like that, this is a good one to wear under the mask. Not a good one to wear under the mask. New Rare Beauty from Selena Gomez. I thought this was going to be the perfect color. I want to support her. I like some of her music. Boy, she sure threw some shade at her ex in that last little love song, huh? This is the lip balm, and it is in Praise. And what a beautiful color this is. Let me just show you this color. thusly. It's beautiful. It lasts probably about 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. And it's a shame, it really is a shame, because I love the color on. It went right into all the lines and exaggerated all the lines, and then it did the cat butt line. You know, the cat butt line you get with lip gloss. It is a balm, so fairly, you know, it's not a lipstick, but it just, there was no lasting power. It sunk into the lines, it accentuated my old age lips, and it did not last more than 4.5 minutes. So unfortunately, the Rare Beauty lip balm was a fail. As much as I love this color, it's a fail. I did want to revisit the Believe Beauty because I was shopping in a Dollar General store, and they have Believe Beauty, which everybody's touting as like the greatest cheapy drugstore brand. And I revisited this lipstick. I forgot how dry it was. Very dry, but it does last all day. This particular color, and the colors are a little dark. This one is Moroccan Spice, and it is kind of a dark, kind of, it's a good color for autumn into winter. But I thought it was just a little bit dry on my lips. But it did last, so I guess there's, you know, the payout there. And it was only, I think, $4 or $5. Nothing is over $5, I think, in this line. So really, really nice. Just a little dry. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed my faves and flops for September. I will be back with you next week, hopefully, with another video. The job hunt is going really weird. It's just going really weird. So the job hunt, I apply to jobs every single day. I have a really good resume, and I usually get contacted for interviews either on the phone or by Zoom, or you know, I go in and meet these people in person. I have received a couple of job offers, but they are much lower money than I was hoping for. And I've been kind of holding out a little bit for this one large company that I applied to in July. They're a large company that's good pay, excellent benefits. And so I applied, and they sent me a notice saying, take these 3 assessment tests. And one of them was like detail entry, customer service, and I think it was entering data or something like that. There were 3 assessments. I had expert level in 2 of them and highly proficient in the 3rd one. And so I thought, oh good, you know, and then I didn't hear anything. And then about 2 weeks later, I got another note from them saying, this is our 3rd-party hiring agency, so we want you to take a test on their site, and this is their test. So I had to take another assessment test using all of the, it looked like a simulation of what I'd actually be doing in the job. So I had to kind of muddle through it and see how I could handle it, and you were timed how long it took you to do it and everything. And I thought, okay, well, I think I did pretty well on that. So I waited, and again, you know, another 2 weeks go by, and I get another request. It said, we need you to go to the site and take this 8-question test. 5 of the questions are extended answer questions, and 3 of the questions we want you to videotape your answers. So I made 3 videos with my answers, very pleasant, nice, well lit, all that stuff. Sent them in, didn't hear again. So now, 2 days ago, I got an email from them saying, hey, you know, here's your benefit package. We'd like to have you come in for, you know, do a Zoom interview, you know, this coming, you know, Wednesday evening. So last night, I went in, I had my benefits package, and I thought, oh, maybe, you know, and it said you're going to meet the team. And I thought, yes, you know, this must be when they're going to offer me the job. I get into this website last night, and I'm dressed up and I'm smiling and everything. I have this background here. And the guy says, okay, so candidates. And there were several of us all at once in the Zoom meeting, I guess. And they had 10 rooms. and there's a different interviewer in each room, and they said, we're going to take each of you through each of the rooms until you have completed all 10 questions. And they said that you have 2 minutes to answer this question. You know, and so they sent me to this room. This lady said hi, and I said hi, how you doing? And they said, your question is, you know, tell us about a time when you know, had to work with a team. And then they were all those STAR questions, which are situation questions. And keep in mind, you have 2 minutes to answer. And of course, I'm rattling through all this stuff. I get cut off mid-sentence. You know, I'm like, oh my God. So then they bring you back to the main room, and they say, okay, you're going into your second room now with your second interview. And then somebody else came on, and they had muted themselves by accident. So I'm not hearing the question. So finally, we figured out how to get them unmuted. They asked me another long-winded kind of question, and I was cut off again mid-sentence. Well, anyway, this continued on for the 10th door. Finally, you know, some of the questions I think I did really well with. Some of the questions I was just deer in the headlights. And I'm going to tell you the question because I wonder how you would answer it. They said, if you were hired by us, what promise would you want us to keep? What promise do you want this job to keep? You know, I was like, and I was deer in the headlights. I honestly had no idea how to answer that. And I said, well, that, you know, that the job is as stated, and that there's some training, and that there's, you know, the benefits are what they say they are. And then I said, well, do you have a break room? You know, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, I honestly, you know, and I'm a pretty good interviewer. I usually can hold my own in these things. But man, that was a tough call. But this is the frosting on the cake of yesterday. At the end of the 10th question, we all were brought back to the main room, and I think there were at least 5 to 10 other people with me in this Zoom room. And he said, okay, so we'll be contacting you in the coming weeks about the next phase of the hiring process. And I thought, what does that mean? Does that mean I have to wait another few weeks? I mean, we're talking early July to the 1st of October now. That, you know, so yeah, the job market is very weird right now. When you apply for a job right now, and if you haven't started looking yet, be prepared. They have like 300 to 700 applicants for every job. At least in my area, that's the situation. So if you're even selected for an interview, consider that a small win. You know, it's really, really very, very interesting. Plus, you know, the fact that I'm an older worker, I still get those questions sometimes from these millennial interviewers, you know, do you know computers? You know, like I'm 90 years old and I've never picked up a telephone, you know, it's just, yeah. So, you know, you're dealing with all these things, and I do have a how to deal with job interviews video. I'll link that below, just for general advice on dealing with interviews. But I'm saying, you know, when they have so many applicants, make sure you have a really good resume, and make sure you write a cover letter, and make sure you thank them after the interview with a letter or an email, because those are those little things that may make you stand out in a sea of candidates. So I wish all of you good luck with your job hunts, and I know that that's something that is particularly difficult at this time, especially when you're doing things on Zoom, talking to your camera or talking to your phone. Or you're, you know, going in with masks on, talking to people, and they have so many applicants that are so qualified that those applicants are, you know, they're driving down the price, so they're paying less, and they want more skill sets for less money. So I think that's kind of the sad part about the supply and demand thing here in the job world. But I just thought I'd keep you up to date, and I think that's why I did the Patreon thing. So that I can still maintain my channel and still buy makeup to review for you. And some of you have been so kind and so generous with that, and that's why I have it up there. As soon as I'm working again, I'm going to take out the Patreon and not do it anymore, but that unfortunately has not happened yet. So thank you, all of you who are my loyal Patreon supporters. Some of you don't want to be named, and some of you do. I don't think you're mine, but you know, thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Kath J, for your gift from Amazon there. That was absolutely a wonderful gesture. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.